Are you out of focus? Where are we? Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing great. It's Sunday, it's Let's Talk EV time, almost every Sunday at 7:15 p.m. Am I out of focus? Of course I am. I don't know what's going on. Yes, our main topic today is Audi because I had now the second Audi and I like it. I enjoy it immensely. I had the SQ6, now I have the Q6, and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun and it's quiet, and I get it now. That's what the title is for. I get Audi now, Audi cars now. I understand what it's about. Of course, the price that they have, it's all about, as always, is it really worth it? And the S was worth it. The normal Q6, I don't know. Why do I think like I'm always out of focus here? I can even see that it's seeing me. Am I too dark? Yeah, that's also a reason. We're so dark, it's not possible. So A6, your next car? Doubt that. With the price, I don't think I can afford it, or I can afford it, but it's way too much to spend on a car. I don't want to do that. ID7 is already expensive every month, and A6, I'm sure, is not cheap. I saw something today, which just now, a second ago, I did a charging test with this Q6 here, and it was even better than the SQ6 2 weeks ago. So I'm guessing this battery was better temperature. For US is that the Q6 is much more powerful in US. It really is? I had no idea that it is more powerful in the US. But look at the charging. So last week, with the SQ6, or 2 weeks ago, the peak was 274 kilowatt, and it ramped up a bit. Here, you'll see, it jumps to 270 kilowatt right away. Right away, goes up and up. Then it goes a tiny bit down, but then it goes up again. It's amazing. 282, 288 kilowatt. That's the peak. 288. And I looked, 200 kilowatt is still there at 57% or so. 56. And 10 to 80% is the advertised 21 minutes. So really what Audi says the car can do, that's amazing. That's the stuff. But again, as with the SQ6, above 80%, it's not good. It goes down extremely fast. Where are we? 80% still 8100 kilowatt, but then from 80 to 85%, it goes down from 100 to 60 kilowatt. And then above that, it's even at around 40 kilowatt. I charged this morning from 88 to 95%, and it took a long time. So it's not good above 85%, but that's fine. Yes, it has 450 horsepower in the US, 390 in Europe. What do I have? I don't even know. What is it? I have 285, 382. I have 382 horsepower in this car that I have. And in the S it was 380. I thought that's 517 horsepower. I don't know. You won't want any other car now. You ruined your for life. Like my wife, Audi's all she wants. Second-hand is a good value if you can find one. It's very slow above 95, annoyingly slow. I think it's already slow at 85. Not suitable, but it's fine. With 80% I can go far. But today I did the range test with the normal Q6, and I had lower consumption than with the SQ6. Horsepower is calculated differently in USA than Europe. Oh, that's true. I heard that horsepower is different than PS. English, it says here English. Yeah, it's true. English horsepower. Oh, that's why it does that. But I enjoy it immensely, I have to say. A steering wheel in this Q6 is not as good as in the S. The SQ6 all over, I liked it more. More power, it felt better on high speeds, it accelerated better, of course, and I like the S steering wheel, so the sporty steering wheel better. Especially this car, even there's something there exactly where I hold it on a long distance trip, and sometimes it doesn't notice my touch. And that never happened in the S. So I enjoyed the S way more, even though it has a bit higher consumption. What did I see? Last week I had 312 watt-hours per kilometer. And today I had 299, I think, so a tiny bit better. What is it, 5%? Is it even? EU has wheel horsepower, US has motor engine horsepower. It is horsepower versus brake horsepower. I don't know. It has 285 kilowatt. I think that's the same at all over the world. But I enjoy it immensely. Like I said, I really like the car. I can't wait for the e-tron GT. I'm very, very excited. I want to see how the car is. I'm scared that the e-tron GT is a sports car and then steering and suspension is more sporty, especially when it's the performance version. And then on the highway, it's not as stable as this. So this at 210, which is the top speed, the normal Q6, is good. The SQ6 at the 230 was no problem. The suspension in the S was better for high speeds and I loved it. It was just all right. But even in this, you can drive 200 in a corner. It still feels good. And I'm scared that the e-tron GT, because it's all sporty and like this, it doesn't feel good and happy at high speed. So not for a normal person like me. So the Ioniq 5N, for example, was like that. It's so sporty and everything, and yes, it can drive the 260, but I was so scared. It was all moving around everywhere. It was like, let's accelerate a bit, but then, oh, let's slow down. And so I'm scared about that, but I can't wait. Where are we? Because, where are we? I'm getting the GT performance here. It starts at 160,000 euros. That's the starting price. I don't know if I get the exclusive edition. No idea. I'm pretty sure I get a lot of stuff, design package, and I'm pretty sure they put a lot of stuff in there. I think I get the green. I'm not sure, but I think this is the one I get. But when we look at the driving data, that's just bonkers. 680 kilowatt at launch mode. That's 925 horsepower. I mean, 2.5 seconds. That's crazy. So I'm a bit scared, and it has the same battery, same technology as the Taycan. It charges with 320 kilowatt, 18 minutes, 10 to 80%, even though it's a tiny bit bigger battery than the one that we have in here. Oh, that will be amazing. Let's see, I don't think that this is just design, isn't it? If we go in here, there's no difference. 680, 2.5, no, there's no difference. It's the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, so that will be very, very interesting. I can't wait to drive. I mean, it looks amazing. And it will be the most, I mean, I drove the Model S Plaid with 1020 horsepower, but for 40 minutes, if even, and this I will have for 2 weeks. So I will enjoy it a bit. Just a tiny bit. I can't wait for that. And then, of course, after that, I get this one, the A6, and I'm getting the Sport back. I don't know. I don't think I get the S version, so I get the normal one. But I still don't know if I get the rear-wheel drive version or the all-wheel drive version. So there's the rear-wheel drive version here with the small battery, then with the big battery, which has then 280 kilowatts, similar to this, and same charging, but the most range, of course. Still up to 756 kilometers, and the Quattro is then all-wheel drive, of course has less range but more power. It should be the 340 kilowatt exactly, and then S version will be very similar. I have no idea what I'm getting, no idea. And I asked, I have ordered my Q6 Quattro Edition 1, looking forward to it, coming from 12 years of Tesla. That's a different world. I mean, Model S, a new Model S is something very nice. It drives good. Like I said, I drove the Model S Plaid 40 minutes, what was it, 1.5 years ago, and I think it drove great. S6 and A6 is the same with same equipment. I'm getting my personal S6 event on March 28. Are you sure it's the same? Because different motors, I don't think they have the same range. Let's go, look, the Quattro has 644 to 716, and Sportback S has, take your time, it's with Audi. It's the same motors. It's only colors. 638 to 675. What was the other one? 640 something. So it's the same motor, but software reduced. In this Q6 to the S6, I find a difference in consumption. I even noticed it on the long distance trip right away, 10% or so less. But then I also like rear-wheel drive. Hi Chris, I got the ID3 GTX Performance last week. Seems too nice for an ID3, and I'm a bit scared to drive it because of nibbler acceleration. What's nibbler? Seems too nice for an ID3. It's not. What? Sorry, I don't get it right now. I don't get it. Yeah, so and I asked Volkswagen if I can have an ID7 Pro S at the same time as I have the A6 e-tron, and then I want to do a long distance trip because I think the Pro S charges slower, only with a peak of 205 kilowatt, not 288 as we have seen. Nippy fast. Ah, thank you. And due to rim, is the difference in consumption due to the rim differences? No, I have exactly the same rims. I have the same tire size, all season tires. Let's see if the rims are different. I don't think so. Well, we have it. Here I have the, where's the other one? Where are we? This is the one I have right now. SQ6 110 range test pics. This is the one I have right now, and this is the SQ6 I had. It's the same, just different brake calibers, but the rims look the same. It is exactly same size as tires. I don't know if the make is different. No idea, I haven't looked on that. But I see a tiny bit less range, more range. The Model S has a broken seal. I could see Audi having slight calibration difference, so the S is faster even with the same fundamental hardware underneath the car. You say in your video that the charging... Yeah, I know. I already apologized 200 times. Exactly 21. You read the comments in the videos, you will be able to change it. I don't read the comments, like I said that before, because of a lot of negativity. I don't want that in my life. And I have noticed that myself. I've seen it in the... I've said it a few times, but I was wrong. I'm sorry. I can make a mistake. I'm just a human being. And I said it twice. I said it, I think, in the first drive video and in the charging video. In the 4 minutes, come on. Get over it. Yes, so I'm trying to get the ID.7 Pro S and the Audi e-tron at the same time. And see, because I think charging is better on the Audi, but consumption is better on the ID.7. And I simulated it in a better route planner for the same route at the same speed, and it says that the Audi is 15 minutes faster. But you're just a robot, Chris. That is correct. I'm just a robot. An itchy robot. I just scratched a bit. How are you? What's happening with you? I'm done. That's what I have to say. A6 will be in 3 weeks. No. When do I get the A6? In May. Next week is still this car, then the Kia EV6, the new version comes, then the Audi Q4 comes, then the Audi e-tron GT, and then the A6. The A6 comes in May, on May 6th, so you get the first videos a few days later. After that, Kia EV3, then the Ford Explorer, and then the Model Y Juniper. I get a press car of the new Model Y. I have to pick it up again myself in June. Leave Hank there and everything. Get it for only a week. Have to pick it up. Have to bring it there. Annoying as always. Tesla is doing the best to make it not as nice as all the other ones. 4 minutes can be very long in the dentist chair. That's totally true. Tesla battery technology gets old. No more pushing the envelope. It's my first step in the Audi world, so I'm less biased than the additional Audi driver. And BMW, those EVs are so ugly as Mercedes, but of course that's a personal choice. Biased audio driver so that electric, is that a bias? Waiting for S6 videos. Yes, me too. I can't wait for the car, but I can't test 2 cars at the same time. The Tesla come with Elon bobblehead. Oh yes. Last week video is coming on Tuesday. Last week I was in Frankfurt on Wednesday with the Audi Q6, drove 400 something kilometers there. I missed my charging exit, had to charge somewhere different, but so lucky. So the car told me I should charge at Ionity Height Nord. And but I arrived with 20%, and I said, there's an Ionity charger not far away. I want to charge there. So I put that in the navigation. I want to charge at a different Ionity. It said, fine, you arrived there with 14% or something. And I navigated there, and then it wanted me to go off on a different highway, and said, that's wrong. That's totally wrong. I didn't take that exit, and I was wrong, of course. Then it said, you're not gonna arrive at the charger, you have to charge somewhere different. Because I was then down at 10% or so, because I drove a bit faster sometimes, because it was a lot of fun. And so I was in stress. I have to find a charger, and this car, like I said, can charge with 288 kilowatt. I didn't know, but it can, and so I have to find a 300 kilowatt charger, not a 150 or 50 kilowatt charger the way around the area. So I had to look the Audi navigation to find a 300 kilowatt charger in the area is not good at all, really bad. So Ionity chargers you cannot see on the map, because you see you see them if you zoom in like crazy, and if you say search for charger in the area. But if you want a bit of a bigger area, you just have to look so much while driving. It's horrible. But I found a single hypercharger with 2 charging stalls in the middle of nowhere in a little town right beside the highway. It was just a 2-kilometer detour. That was great, and it was just standing there in the middle of really it is I wouldn't say industrial area, because there were some apartment buildings. But it was just on the parking, no one was parking, and I was like, oh my God, is this working? And then I had like 6% then, or even less. And then I arrived and I plugged in, and yes, it worked, and it got full power, 270 kilowatt or something. And I was, yeah. And that was amazing. That was awesome. And then I've drove the 500 something kilometers with one charging stops, 400, sorry. One charging stop there, charged to 70 or 60%, something like this. What do you think of the new electric CLA? Haven't seen it really, so in person, haven't driven it, so no idea. And Mercedes doesn't want to give me cars or invite me to anything, so I see what you see on the news. That's what I get. They don't like me. And Audi didn't like me for a long time. They're just starting to. And it's very, very nice. Yes. And then I was at the BYD event for the Atto 2, and it's exactly what they are presenting. It's a city SUV. You're gonna see it. Starts at 32,000 euros. They even have a sale at the beginning for 2,000 euros less. It has a lot of stuff already in there, but it's also, you know, it's a city SUV. So you get a 41.5 kilowatt hour LFP battery with a WLTP range of I think 310 to 320 kilometers. Only charges with 63 kilowatt, 10 to 80% took 37 minutes. 11 kilowatt AC, 130 kilowatt front wheel drive power. That was okay. I got the invite and it says 10:15 arrive, 10:30 is press briefing, 11:30 to 15 o'clock, so 3.5 hours is driving. And so I thought I can drive with the car for 3.5 hours. I can do a range test, I can do a bit of charging, I can show the car and all of this. I arrived early at 10 or so. Press briefing was not till 10:45, so late, and then it was very long till 12, and then they said, yes, you can have the car for the next 3 hours, but we have two groups, both groups have to drive in this time, so please drive only 1.5 hours and come back here at 1:30. So I had 1.5 hours with the car. This is amazing when you get into a car that you have never seen before and you have no idea how to turn off assist systems, how to navigate, how to do anything. So I just went in, drove a bit, tried to find out what to do, filmed a bit and drove back. Because 1.5 hours and you don't want to be late. So you drive 20 minutes in one direction, film a bit, drive a bit, film a bit, and then drive the 20 minutes back or 15 minutes back. So you have an hour, and with setting up cameras and everything, you have maybe 40 minutes of filming and driving. And it was stressful. Yes, and the video is coming on Tuesday. It drives okay, it's quiet, and it's more comfortable than I thought, but it has the weird things, the weird Chinese things. I don't know why that is. Every Chinese car has this. The blinker doesn't do is not in timing, so it's not. It's. I'm exaggerating, but yes. And the heat also, again, in every Chinese car so far, when you put it on 23 degrees, it's freezing in there. You have to put it at 26 degrees so it gets warm. I don't know why. I mean, if you know that, it's fine. But it's the same with Volkswagen. Volkswagen have to put it to 23 degrees, and in a Tesla, 21 is hot. It's just, I don't know. Last weekend after the stream, I was looking at the A6 offering, seeing that the 800 volt pack was able to split to two 400 packs for 400 volt DC charging. It can reconfigure itself on the fly. What does reconfigure mean? So you're only charging one with 400 volt? I don't know what that means. Car brands can't be arrogant anymore. Mercedes might change its mind as well. I emailed them a few times this year. The last email was 2 weeks ago, and the one before was in December, and I didn't get any reply. So they don't care. A6 can lower its battery voltage for lower voltage chargers. No, I get that. All 800 volt systems must have that, but what does the reconfiguring mean? I mean, every 800 Ioniq 5 also needs can charge with 400 volt and at a supercharger and stuff like this. But what is it for the customer? What's the difference? At the supercharger, I only got 120 kilowatt with the SQ6. Chinese cars look beautiful, but they are technically not all there. Yay! I was planning to buy a Lotus Electra first, but many issues with the car and too big too. Ioniq 5 converts the voltage. Oh. Yeah, but it still works, right? That's what at the end is the important thing. You plug in and it works. Am I right or wrong? That's very technical. That's above my pay grade. I say that now. So, and then I drove home after this. It's like having 10 batteries in serial, but when charged, they are charged as 2 rows of 5. So it charges a row to 80% and then the next row to 80%? No. You talk? I have no idea. Looks like you have some technical homework to do. Nah, I don't need to know this stuff. I cannot know all technical things under the hood of every car. I just need to know for the customer. If you plug in, what happens? And it works. It works at the same time. It's kind of wonder how much it'll affect the weight of the car at 135 kilowatt. You're right. I'm sure. Yes, what else? So I drove home. I had to charge twice, I think. It wanted me to charge 3 times. I didn't want to do that. I charged all at Ionity. On the way there, not, but on the way back, it was all Ionity. That was very nice. That was my week. What's up with you? No event planned. Nothing special planned. I'm just doing my thing. Anything going on with you guys? With the Q6, I did my driving tests already with the normal one on Saturday and today. So yesterday and today. And then the next Sunday, I want to do a power drive a bit faster. How long it can drive that speed. So what does the battery temperature say? What does the state of charge and the consumption say and everything? And the rest is then, I have a plan. I want to do the infotainment system at some point. I think on Tuesday. Tomorrow is editing. Wednesday is work. Thursday, I have a plan. Where's my plan? What's on Thursday? Where are we? Sheet. Where's my video plan? There it is. There we have it. We did that. Likes, it's true. I want to do a video likes and dislikes about the Q6. That's correct. I did 3 videos today because I'm gonna make a different video on the charging since it charged even better than the other one. I'm so gonna do that. Yeah, it's charging at the we're at 70%. I'm charging since I came home at 1:30 or so. Come on, focus. What was the focus today? Hello? What focus? AFC? It's totally fine. What's my focus? Is it because I'm in here? Hello? There we go. With the autofocus. Did I press a button that the autofocus is off? 70%, 271 kilometers, charging with 10.8 kilowatt. Still takes 38 minutes. Did I press the button for the... I don't think so. What do we have here? No. All good. Manual focus. Autofocus. But it has trouble focusing. Big time. What's happening with you? What's going on? Was it that? I pressed a button. Some button. Now it's dark and crazy dark. Why is it getting so dark? What's happening? No, that's a different button here. That's not what we're looking for. That's not autofocus. That was the aperture. Huh. And this button? Doesn't do anything. Huh. No idea. I think it's the lens. Is it manual focus? No, it's autofocus. It wasn't me. It didn't break the focus. Yes, it is. The camera is going to sleep. Yep. So this week is, like I said, editing and a bit of filming, not too much. And next week, Q6 will go, and then the Kia EV6, the new facelift, will come. I'm excited about that. It looks like passing out. And I'm gonna have another 800 volt. I have so many 800 volt cars. I asked Volvo for an EX90, haven't heard back from them. I asked a lot of things. We'll see if I get the ID.7 Pro S against the A6 will be very, very interesting in a long distance trip. It would be amazing. I thought about against Hank, but it charges slow and has a much smaller battery. I think the Pro S is more. And I also did the check, a better route planner, A6 with the big battery against Hank, and I think it was 30 minutes faster on the A6. 800 volt is the new 400 volt. 800 volt rules big time. Big, especially this battery, since it's above 700 volt and not like, for example, the EV9, which is around 600 volt. And I cannot wait for the e-tron GT. Maybe this is even higher voltage, or the amp just go up, because the amps on this never go up extremely far. We have seen the charging. What was it? What was the highest charging power at the 288 kilowatt? Let's look again. Where are we? News. There we are. Do we have 400 amps? Still 400 amps. 401 amp, but it goes up to 288. There we go, 410? 410 amp, and it could go up to 500. Maybe the e-tron GT can do that. 1200 volt is better. 10 million volt is better. Is it worth to buy a better route planner subscription? It all depends. If you do, please use the link in the description. They know that you have used the link, and then they are happy with me. They're a sponsor of this video. It all depends what you need it for. If you just plan a route, it's fine. If you need real-time weather data, so if you plan it today and it's cold or raining and you need to plan, then it's better. If you don't need that, then you don't need it. And if you need it while driving, the real-time weather, real-time traffic information, or if you want it in your car with Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, then subscription, the premium account is a good idea. But if you just plan a route and you want to know what chargers to use, then you don't need it. I know I'm not selling it well, but I'm also way too honest. Will there ever be a car with megawatt charging? Trucks will. We played a light game now because I don't know how long I will do today. Like I said, I filmed today. I got up extremely early and filmed 6 hours with the Q6 today. It just takes time. That's just how it is. I have to go half an hour to Ionity in Passau, preheat the battery, preheat the car. I yo-yo it today. So when I got into the car today in the morning, I preheated the car. Battery was at 6 degrees. Then I navigated to the charger, and it slowly went up. So I yo-yoed. And so at a time when I was on the country road, I accelerated to 110, slowed down to 50, accelerated to 100, the other way around. And after 20 kilometers, I got it up to 25 degrees. But my consumption was 500 watt-hours per kilometer. Oh, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. And then charged from 87% or so to 95%. Battery temperature was then at 40 degrees. Did my range test. It went down to 21 degrees. Preheated the battery, so navigate to the charger again till it was 27 degrees, and then plugged it in. And then after charging, it was at 40 something again. During charging, I didn't look, but I have seen it at some point, I think 52, 56 degrees. I think I've seen that. That was nice. That was nice today. Yeah, but again, it's half an hour there, then half an hour charging and filming in the beginning, then more than 2 hours driving for the first range test, then preheating the battery for the charging test and charging test, then driving the next range test, and then driving home. That's 6 hours. And that's fast. Was it even 6 hours? I think it was more today. I left at 6:30, and I came, no, it was 7 hours today. I left at 6:30, came at 1:30. It was 7 hours today. I worked more. And then today this, so I have my 8 hours for today. Let's do the like game because we're all here. 47 people are here. Let's play a like game. I'm gonna count down from 3, 2, 0, and then we all gonna press the like button on the phone, on this stream, or on your tablet, or whatever. I'm gonna do it as well. Where are we? I need different account, otherwise I can't see. There we are. What's this weirdo? I liked it already. That was wrong. I have to wait. Let's put it down. No like. Let's count down. Don't like. 3. Does it focus now? Now it focuses again. 2, 1, and like. See, now the focus works again. It was just out of order. I liked. Na, 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 na. So. Don't let him go. It was a cold night and cold morning. I had about 50% region limit at 100% state of charge. Yeah, we had also, well, it wasn't too cold. It was around 2 degrees today. And tomorrow is going to be -1 or something. And then the next day -2. And then I think on Thursday we have 12 degrees on a Friday, 17 degrees in the afternoon. 31 likes with 51 people here. Come on. There must be at least 20 more likes in the bank. Come on. That like button is not that hard to press. By the way, I showed you the remote for my stuff in here. Sadly, it was only 3 sockets. One is for the monitors, because I'm not switching on 4 monitors. One is for the lights in the back that you can see when I work. One is for the sound system. I want that off when it's not in use. And I would need one more, but I only have 3 sockets for this, for those 2 lights, but it's not that important. So the white light that you can see here. What about software updates on the Audi Q6? Any insights on that? No. Audi never wanted to work with me. Finally, I get some cars. And I don't know anyone at Audi that will talk to me. So Volkswagen, I know a few people. I ask them questions. They tell me stuff. Yeah, and the chair, by the way, is amazing. The new chair is a godsend. I love it. It's nice and firm, not too soft. It's perfect for my back. It's the perfect height. Oh, I love it. it could be lower, but this is the only thing. So lower when if I play guitar, then I would want it lower, but that's not there. What music we know do you listen to? I don't think you know anything I listen to. I love melodic death metal and deathcore. That's what I like, and Cindy too. That's how we met. We met through metal. I played metal before on YouTube, and she saw the videos and contacted me. How are the chairs in Q6 versus SQ6? I don't find any difference. Maybe the SQ6 had the sport seats and a bit more side support, but it's not. Those seats are still amazing in the normal Q6. Another metalhead, exactly. The seats are amazing. The whole car is extraordinary, comfortable and quiet. I said it today. I'm not going to festivals, sorry. I'm too old and I want space. I don't want people. If then I wanted a VIP pass and be somewhere where there are no people. But I'm not going to festival. I think I've never been to one. I think I was at the Wacken, not the original Wacken, a different one somewhere where it was way smaller. I think we were there and saw Volbeat and Slayer and I don't know what. That was a long time ago. What I want to say about this. So the car is had a great amazing story with the Q6 and the SQ6. So I have my GoPro. One GoPro here in the car, one GoPro in the front windshield to film the road, and this to film the interior when I'm driving. And when I say something and I record something on the microphone, I have to sync, and for this I have to clap. So then in my editing software, I have to sync it up that the clap is the same, and then I know it all fits. And I can just edit. And in every car, even in Hank, at 130, when I do the clap on the GoPros, I can barely see the spike, even though I'm clapping like a crazy person. And in the SQ6 and in the Q6, the spikes are so there, it's no problem to sync. The car is so quiet, even at 150 or faster. No problem at all. Oh, you watched Arch Enemy with the old setup, not with, what's the new name? Oh God, what's her name? I don't know. The blue-haired woman. Angela, the old one was Angela, something with B? She's German, I know that. Is this how Chris becomes an IKEA influence? You have no idea what sponsors write me. I mean, most of them is not real, but I don't know, for games do advertising, and I don't know, for CarPlay things. So that show you need a dB measuring device. No, because Alyssa, exactly. The dB measuring device says it in one frequency. It's always crap. I always say that, but I understand that you need a measuring device, and it does. How you say that? It makes a mix and then estimates it. But it's all about what does it sound like. So when you have 80 decibel, a horrible squeaking sound, or 80 decibel music, that's totally different in volume for you, and in a car it's the same. So tire noise or wind noise, and what wind noise? Is it high frequency, low frequency? Is totally different. So it's possible that in the Audi we have low frequency from the big tires, and the measuring device says it's very loud, but in your ears you say it's totally fine. I like these ones to say, and you notice it right away. So the normal cars, ID7, ID3, ID4, ID5, Q4, and I don't know, Kia EV6, EV9, Ioniq 5, and so on. These are cars that are quiet and fine. You can talk while you drive 130. You don't have to scream. There are a few cars that are loud. The Smart #1. MG4, I can't remember. But didn't I have loud cars not long ago? What car was loud? Where I complained about it. Wasn't it the Renault? The Renault Scenic, I think, was loud at 130. Had a high frequency in their wind noise. I think so. But this car, for example, the Q8 was also extremely quiet. Q6 is quiet. And back in the day, the Jaguar I-Pace was extremely quiet. That was nice. I'm sure Mercedes is also quiet, but an ID.7 is not at that level that a Q6 is. ID.7 is quiet and it's enough, but this is and the same for comfort, the same for going into corners. When this not so much, it's still good, the Q6, but the SQ6 driving fast into a corner, it was heaven. I've heard some reviewers complaining about the tire noise in the Q6 and A6 e-tron. In this Q6 and the SQ6, noise of any tires or wind I cannot complain about. The only thing when it comes to noise that I can complain about if you go in dynamic mode is the motor sound, the artificial one. I'm not a fan of this, I don't get it, but well, that's how it is. But noise level is extraordinary low. It's amazing. Have you considered adding a dB meter to measure interior sound and different speeds while range testing could be an interesting metric to add? I thought about it, but I decided against it because of what I just said. That it's more about the real ears and not about the a measurement. And it's also, you have to measure it always exactly at the same spot because the asphalt has to be the same. Then the tires are important, or the winter tires, summer tires. So if you have a great quiet car and it has horrible tires on because they give you a car, then I say it's loud in there as well. It's a hard thing. I don't think that people are, when I say this car had 62 decibel volume and this has 60, they think, it's quieter, but how much? And decibels is a logarithmic, I don't know what is in English. That means 10 decibel is double as loud, more is double the loudness. And so 6 decibel less is a lot. But it's hard to communicate. So I prefer the, if it's okay, I say that. If it's extraordinary, as in the Q6, SQ6, I say that. And if it's loud and not nice, then I say it too. But you are half deaf from the death metal. No, I don't listen that loud. Cindy likes to listen loud, I don't. I like to listen to my metal in a normal volume. Okay, I'm gonna go now. We still only have 36 likes. Shame on you. 51 people here, and I'm sure altogether we're 273 people on this stream, and only 36 people pressed the like game. You just strictly don't want to capture the loudness of your car karaoke. Oh yeah, that's a big deal for BYD that the Atto 2 has a karaoke game in there. So you can get a microphone and do karaoke while charging with your family. That was very important in the press briefing that the car has that. I mean, the Atto 2 has really a few things in there that are special. It has internet connectivity, it has Spotify in there, it has YouTube, Netflix, it had NFC unlocking the car with the app and everything. Heat pump is standard, electric seats are standard but not heated seats. That's interesting. So there is stuff in there that's interesting, but overall you can just feel the car is cheap and made cheap, and that's why it's cheap. So we'll see if the German or the European population says that's amazing. What about the games in the Q6? I tried to play one game that is in the head-up display for a second, but I stopped in the second. So Was there other games? I don't think I can install anything in this car. The SQ6 that I had 2 weeks ago had an active internet connection. I could do everything, data, download everything, use Spotify in the car. This car doesn't have a data connection, so I would have to buy it myself. I cannot even install Spotify without internet connection, and it doesn't let me. The Audi assistant is connected to the internet and the navigation, but that's it. Death metal karaoke is fun. People will just buy the Atto 2 for the karaoke feature. Exactly. Yeah, I thought about making a video because BYD showed in the presentation their car, their price for the features that it has, then what the Volvo EX30 costs if it would have the same features, the Kia EV3, the Smart #1, and another car that I can't remember. And then of course the BYD was the cheapest. You can share Wi-Fi from your phone. Yes, you can, but I don't want to. I want the car to do that. And that's and I don't need it. I use Spotify from through Android Auto. It's fine. Yeah, I had software problems with this car. In the SQ6, everything was perfect. In the Q6, this one on Wednesday, when I went to Frankfurt, everything was fine. And then I charged, I went on, and then Android Auto didn't want to work anymore. I couldn't connect to the phone, had to remove the phone, wanted to reconnect the phone via Bluetooth. Bluetooth didn't work. And then I let it park in Frankfurt and thought it's gonna cool down and reset or something. It still didn't work. Then I reset the infotainment system, so pressed the on-off button for a while, and then it worked again. Then it reconnected with the phone, and then Android Auto worked again. Hi, what do you think about plug-in BMW 230e? Ever experienced it? Any issues? Heard about plug-in? Thank you. I'm sorry, I have no experience with hybrids. Not at all. I'm sorry, I'm the wrong person. I have no idea. I'm sure there are many YouTubers who know hybrids. I have not driven a hybrid in my life, I think. No, I don't think so. I have driven gasoline, diesel, and electric. Have I ever driven with someone? Maybe. This is a known issue for Q6. But it didn't happen in the SQ6, and since then the normal Q6 works. It was just one time. Other than that, was there anything else that was weird in the software? I don't think so. I don't think so. No. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go down and relax a bit. I worked enough today. I don't know if there will be a live stream next week. Can you install a data connection? The Q6 is an option for this feature on SQ6 only. No, you can. So you can buy data, or you can connect the car to your phone via Wi-Fi hotspot. I did that and downloaded the Spotify app. But then I thought I have to have the phone always in the hotspot mode, and this is annoying. I just use Android Auto. Post a link with GitHub. Okay, I'm gonna go now. See you maybe not next week, maybe in 2 weeks, we'll see. I don't know, maybe I'm totally hyper next week, and my power drive with this Q6 is so amazing that we have to talk about it. Okay, you all take care and see ya. Metal. Metal. Well, no, not this. I pressed the wrong button.